Well, friends, it looks like E. Jean Carroll and 2 New York juries may have actually found a way to shut Donald Trump up. Let's talk about that, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So friends, I was just on Deadline White House on a panel with Tim O'Brien and with one of E. Jean Carroll's lawyers, Sean Crowley. And Miss Crowley said something that absolutely bears repeating. And it was this: since the jury handed down the $83.3 million damages award against Donald Trump for defaming Miss Carroll, Donald Trump has not defamed Miss Carroll again. Now, I know it's only been about 5 or 6 days since the jury's verdict, but still, even that feels like something of a record for Donald Trump, because remember, it was just a couple of weeks ago that Donald Trump was posting his nasty missives about Miss Carroll up to 42 times an hour. So maybe the way to shut Donald Trump up, to stop him from lying about, defaming, and indeed endangering the lives of others, is to aggressively apply the rule of law, the judicial process. Go hard after Donald Trump in court. Because in court, Donald Trump can't hide behind his lies. In court, Donald Trump can't run from the evidence that proves what he did. So friends, I've said this before, once Donald Trump's case is moved from the court of public opinion into courts of law, he's done. He has lost civil case after civil case after civil case, and as soon as his criminal trials commence, he will lose. He will be convicted over and over and over again. It's just a matter of time. So friends, let's quickly take on one related topic. Donald Trump lost the first defamation trial brought against him by E. Jean Carroll, and that jury awarded her $5 million in damage. And Donald Trump appealed that verdict. But in order to appeal, you have to put up a bond, or you have to put up the entire amount in cash. Here is how Reuters reported it out at the time. In May 2023, another jury, that is the first jury, ordered Trump to pay Carroll $5 million over a similar October 2022 denial. That would be the defamation. Trump is appealing that decision and set aside $5.55 million with a Manhattan court during that process. Both appeals could take years. So friends, the question is, why did Donald Trump choose to put up $5.55 million with the court? Basically give it to the court for the court to hold in escrow so that if and when Donald Trump loses the appeal, that money will go to Miss Carroll to satisfy that first jury's award of $5 million. We don't know for sure why Donald Trump opted to give the court cash rather than posting a bond, but it's a bit of a curiosity, because presumably Donald Trump could have taken that $5.55 million and invested it, right? Made money off of it. He could have simply earned interest off of it, but no. Instead of put up a bond to secure that amount, he gave the court cash. So let's talk about how a bond works, just sort of boiling it down to its simplest terms. You pay a fee to a bondsman, and the bondsman guarantees that you will pay out the full amount in the event you lose the appeal. How would you like to be the person, the bondsman, who puts his neck on the line and says, whoa, whoa, Donald Trump is good for it. He'll pay the full amount in the event he loses his appeal, and Donald Trump will almost certainly lose his appeal. There is no amount of money, regardless of how much a bondsman might stand to make by posting a bond for Donald Trump, right? That bondsman's going to guarantee that Donald Trump is good for the full $83 million when he loses the appeal. Are you kidding me? So I think it's a fair question to ask. I haven't seen any reporting on it. Whether Donald Trump couldn't get a bondsman to guarantee that first $5 million judgment, or he chose not to get a bondsman. Instead, he just wanted to give the court $5 million to hold in escrow, thereby depriving himself an opportunity of earning anything off of that $5 million. And frankly, friends, if he couldn't get a bondsman to guarantee a $5 million payout, do you really think he's going to find a bondsman to guarantee an $83.3 million payout when he loses his appeal? And I think it very unlikely that he could rummage around in the couch cushions at Mar-a-Lago and find a spare $83 million to just put up with the court, let the court hold it in escrow. But maybe he's got that kind of money. Maybe he is just that liquid. We may know soon enough. And here's the thing, friends. There's another big potential money judgment breathing down Donald Trump's neck, because Judge Engoron any day now is expected to issue his ruling, his opinion in the New York fraud case that Donald Trump has already lost. We're just waiting for damages, waiting for what they call disgorgement, how much he will have to pay. And New York Attorney General Letitia James is seeking $370 million. Put that on top of $83 million, on top of $5 million. I mean, how much cash does Donald Trump have on hand that he can pay into the court? Hey, just hold this for me, so that he can appeal all of these losses, loss after loss after loss. You have to wonder, friends, whether Donald Trump may soon have to think about going the way of his good friend and former lawyer, who Trump is reported to have stiffed on his legal fees, his good friend Rudy Giuliani, who, when was on the receiving end of a defamation judgment of his own to the tune of $148 million, declared bankruptcy. Might Donald Trump have to follow in Rudy's footsteps? We may know soon enough. But friends, I think we can all take heart in the knowledge that Miss Carroll will receive some of that money that the jury awarded to her, because Trump has already deposited that $5.55 million with the court. That will go to her once he loses his appeal of the first jury verdict. And then he's going to have to come up with that $83 million in order to file an appeal of the second jury verdict. And ultimately that money will go to Miss Carroll as well. And that is important, because justice matters. And that is important, because justice matters. Friends, as always, please stay safe, please stay tuned, and I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.